My name is Dr. Charles A. James. I'm a digital marketer, funnel builder, and my specialty is literally to sell things online. I like that stuff so much. So I want to show you how you, as an individual, maybe you are a business owner, you are somebody who is a professional, you're somebody who has some specific type of knowledge, can leverage upon that knowledge, that skill, that profession, that expertise you have to build an income stream on the internet, which gives you the ability to, have a little bit of freedom and extra money. I think that's what we all want right now, because at the end of the day, right, we can see what's happening in the world. Everything's getting expensive. So for me, I believe in simplifying things a lot. So without wasting your time, I really want to go very deep into this conversation. This is a little bit of masterclass, so I can show you how anyone can literally leverage upon the internet to build wealth for themselves, where you don't need to go get a technical skill. You don't need to go spend years in mastering the technical skill. Because for me, I started as trying to learn technical skills, but back then it was just passion for me, pure passion. It was just me trying to understand how the computers work. And from there, it developed into something more that I wanted to say, oh, this thing can actually make money. So I wanted to go deeper to understand how it is. But I come from a very difficult background where there was no helper, no special uncle, no special relative that will tell you, okay, when you are done with school, come and get this job. So for me, I had to fight my way through life. And the only thing that helped me literally was the internet. For me at this stage, I consider the internet my God. Everybody can argue with that anyway, but for me, I just consider it my God. That is what has really helped me get through so many dark times. Get through my difficult background and every other thing. So I believe that the opportunities on the internet are so vast. And the only thing stopping so many of us from leveraging these opportunities right now is just information, right? Information, getting the right information, because I believe the right information is very, very powerful. Many of us, we went to school. We went to school because normally when you want to get information, you have to go to school, study for years before you can acquire a specific information that will not make you qualified to be employed in a job, right? But today, you don't need to go to school to learn information anymore. Information is already available to you. We all have access to the internet. And but the only problem is we don't know how to use it properly, and that's what we want to discuss today. So one thing I want you to understand is the internet is one big marketplace. Whatever you are doing online, somebody is making money at the back end. Somebody's making money. Whatever you are doing online, I don't care whether you are watching a video online, you are streaming a training, like a live section like this, or you are listening to a music, or you are just viewing a picture, or you are going to Google to search for something. Somebody is making money at the back end. But the only problem is this: the person is not you, right? The person is not you. So the person is not you. So the first thing we want to do is identify, okay, since somebody is already making money with the time I'm spending on the internet, how can I, as an individual, now make money from this already existing opportunity? Because the money is already there. You just need to tap into it, right? You just need to tap into it. And that's why I believe so much in the power of digital goods. I will explain what it means soon, but let's go over some of the things we are going to be covering today. We're going to be covering, number one, what's an online business? Because we've been hearing the concept of online businesses for a long time, and many of us might not really know, what it means, and how can we get started? Because I think there's so many information out there, and there's what they call information overload. So many information that we get very stuck in and confused. What do we do? Today you hear forestry, tomorrow you hear after this, tomorrow you hear this and that. So I want to break down the system for you so that you can understand, okay, this is what can actually apply to me, and I can now use it to further my life and also enhance my finances. So we are going to be talking about what's an online business. We're also going to be talking about the traditional business versus an online business, so you understand the tradition, the two difference, and you cannot decide which one you want to go into. We're also going to talk about why you must start an online business, which is very, very important. And also, we are going to talk about the 4 P's of an online business. And then I'm going to give you the PMS framework. This PMS framework is what you are going to be using to start your online business. I want to give you a practical tool you can use today to start your own journey in the online space. So are we excited to learn about everything we have today? Let me know if you're excited in the comment section. Let me know. Let me know if you're excited to learn about what we have today. Are we excited about this opportunity? Are we excited? Are we excited? Let me know in the comment section. I like the feedback a lot. You know, when I'm in live, I like feedback. So please give me feedback to help me stay motivated in sharing this. Because if I don't have the feedback, then I feel like nobody's talking to me, and that becomes very, very awkward. So let me know if you're excited to join us in this section today. Okay, amazing. So first of all, I want to recognize the presence of the Brothers Lifting Brothers community, because many of us are yet today because of the community which Mr. Femi Juba started, which has been a very phenomenal a community for those who are involved, because we are introduced to so many amazing opportunities, just like what you are receiving now. For me to do this training, normally you have to pay me, but now I'm doing it free of charge because of the influence of the community. That is the Brothers Lifting Brothers community. What the community is a community for men who want a safe place to vent and also connect with like-minded men and build yourself in terms of business, economy, personal development, mental development, spiritual development, just all areas when it comes to men development as in regard. So first of all, let's go back to our conversation today. What's an online business? That is one conversation that is being thrown out there. What's an online business? So to break it simply for you, an online business is simply, one person or an organization transacting on the internet, whereby we are using the internet as a means to exchange value and get reward, right? So you provide a value, you provide value and you get paid in exchange. For the person who created this app called TikTok, the person gave us an opportunity for us to connect to different people around the world. Now, as we are on this platform streaming this live, that guy is sitting somewhere making bucks. The guy is making huge money somewhere just chilling, right? We are using the platform. We are streaming on this platform and he's making money. So this is what online business is, right? It's all about understanding how you can use the internet to generate wealth for yourself by providing value. Understand the word providing value, because that is very, very important. If you're not ready to provide value, you are not ready to make money on the internet. There's no magical button, right? You can't just press one key and immediately you start making money. No, that's not the way it works. You have to provide value. So I'm going to go very deep into the kind of values you are going to be providing. So let's compare the two types of normal business we have. We have the traditional way of doing business. We have the online way of doing business. Number one, when it comes to the traditional way of doing business, we have to go get a store and buy some products inside that store and start selling, right? But the problem with this type of business is that you are only limited to your locality. You can only do business with people around you. And that is really limiting, because you cannot really make a lot of sales, right? So when it comes to the internet, you have access to tap into a global network where you can sell something to someone in Germany, sell something to someone in the US, sell something to someone in Canada, sell something to someone all over the world. So you see that the opportunities is just so incredible. So for you who is looking to sell, say, one physical product to, maybe say, in your locality, you can't have more than, let's just say you have a lot of people in your locality. It can't be more than 500,000 people. And let's say for that 500,000 people, you're not the only business in that environment. So you're going to be limited to how many people you can connect with and how many people can know about your business. Your awareness is going to be very limited. But when it comes to the internet, you have a very broader chances of meeting more people and connecting with more people and doing business with more people. So you can see that it's very, very lucrative. So we talk about the higher risk. Traditional way of doing business has a higher risk, whereby you have to rent a store and you don't even know if that business is going to succeed first. And you're already spending lots of money in trying to rent the store, buy products and every other thing. But when it comes to the internet space, you only need a laptop and an internet connection. That's all you need. And many of you already have access to these tools. Today, the mobile phones can do so much. But when it comes to doing business, I don't advise anybody to go with a mobile phone, because it doesn't show you are serious, right? It doesn't show you are serious, right? You're just someone who is just busy with your phone. You have to get a laptop which makes you more serious, that gives you more access to more tools, which is very, very important when it comes to the business, the online business space. And we also talk about the the chances of success is very high due to the high margins when it comes to starting a business on the internet, right? Unlike the traditional way where you have to go buy goods and stock and then you see the margin is just like 20% margin. But when it comes to the online business, everything is all digital, right? So at the end of the day, the only money you are going to be spending is the initial cost of maybe subscribing your internet and trying to create a product and marketing your product. But when you make a sale, you have like 70% margins. So it's really, really crazy. 70%, 80% margins, depending on how good you are in your marketing. So these are some of the disadvantage and the advantage, of the difference between, yeah, I appreciate you, the difference between the traditional business and the online business. So why must you start an online business today? Why? The only why I can give you is, let's think about when COVID-19 happened. Many people lost their jobs. Many people lost their source of income. Why? Because somebody controls that, right? The government said you cannot go out anymore, so stay in your house. You cannot go out and you are working in a traditional job. Then it's going to be impossible for you to make money, right? So a lot of people were laid off, and you see people restricted to just one environment because they don't have access. But when it comes to the internet, you have freedom, right? You have freedom to work from home. Like me, I work from my home. I don't morning to night I'm in my house, depending on if I want to go out and do something else, right? I have the freedom to stay in my house from whenever I like and go out whenever I like. So that freedom is very, very important when it comes to life. You also have longevity, right? Unlike a physical business that is fluctuating, maybe you are in this business for a while, it's not going anywhere, you need to change again to another business. When it comes to online business, you have a period of time whereby you can be doing this for years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, because there's no limitation to how far you can go in this business. Like, literally, there's no limitation, and the convenience is so high, right? You are able to do whatever you want at your own pace, at your own time. And I believe that, for me, freedom is very, very important in life, no matter how much you are being paid, right? Freedom is very, very, very important. So, guys, I want you to really understand that the possibilities when it comes to the internet is so limitless. I'm going to do my best to break it down for anyone who just maybe I don't know, because I try to make this class, for beginners, someone who doesn't know anything about this field at all, so you can have a blueprint that you can run with to get started, right? Okay, this is what I can start doing. That makes more sense in here, because if it doesn't make sense in here, it's going to be difficult for you to figure it out. So I'm going to break the process down for you to make more sense. So let's go to the 4 P's of an online business. Are you guys following me so far? Do you understand everything I'm saying so far? Am I making sense? Let me know in the comment section if I'm making sense. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Let me know in the comment section. Or should I go and sleep? Maybe nobody's getting what I'm saying. I'm just speaking to myself. So am I making sense? Everybody's okay, good. I'm making sense. That's great. Guys, try to comment. Power tap your screen. Share the live. Make sure we get more people here, because it's very, very important that people get this information. I believe that information is the seed we need to plant in people's mind that can transform people's life. But once you have information, then it starts growing deep inside your subconscious, and you will not be able to rest until you implement. So amazing. Since we are following up, so let's go back to what we are saying. We want to enter the 4 P's of an online business, right? The 4 P's. For me, if your business does not fit into this structure, you are not going to be making money online. It's very, very important you structure your business this way when it comes to making money online. It's very, very important. Like, without this, don't worry about it. You are going to face so much challenges. The first thing you need is a product. Like, when it comes to the internet space, you need a product. A product is very, very vital. Because let's think about it. How do you make money at the end of the day? Mr. Femi, can you mute yourself, because I'm hearing myself in the background. Okay, thank you very much. So how do you make money at the end of the day? We have to have something we can offer to someone to solve a problem. And that's how we get paid. Back in the day, it was all about trade by barter. You have something I want and I have something you want. Then we exchange that. Then everybody is happy at the end of the day. That is the same thing you are doing now, but in the traditional sense. Many of you are in a job. Maybe you have to trade your time to an employer who at the end of the month pays you for the exchange of your time. So you are trading something, right? You are trading your knowledge, your time to somebody, and they are giving you money at the end of the day. That is the same thing we want to do when it comes to the internet space. We need a product, because the product is very important. That's what we can use to exchange the money or the value we need, right? So you need a product. And when we talk about products, there are three categories of products. Number one, we talk about service, right? Service is using your time to solve a problem for someone. For instance, maybe you are a coach. That is a service. You're offering a service based on your knowledge to solve somebody's problem. You you are a digital marketer. That's a service. You know how to run ads. That's a service. You know how to probably do web development. You know whatever thing you are good at, right? You use your time in form of a service to help somebody solve that problem. That's one thing you can do on the internet. The second thing you can do is you can sell physical products, right? You can decide to go into a business where you are shipping things from AliExpress and come to Nigeria, then you ship it down to people who buy it. But that strategy, for me, I don't really advise anybody because we are still talking about a high startup capital. You need to invest in the product first, right? And you don't know if the business is even going to be successful at the end of the day, right? So many people find themselves in this dilemma where they hear, oh, you can do e-commerce and make money with e-commerce, and they use their money, go and ship. At the end of the day, they don't have any way to market that product and nobody buys. Even when you sell, you still have a very small profit margin. I'm all about the big profit margin. What can I do? The way I look at life right now is what can I do for the little amount of time that can give me more, more return on investment. That is the way I look at life. So for you, I advise you to go for the third one, which is the digital goods. Digital goods. So what's the digital goods, you may ask me, right? Right now, we have lots of musicians in Nigeria. What do? They have an idea about the song they want to sing, and they go to the studio, record the song. They go pay Clarence Peter or whatever person is trending when it comes to videography, right? They shoot a video. They put the video on YouTube. Yes, I'm coming, guys. They put the video on YouTube. Then they put the song on iTunes. Then you and I go and stream that song, right? You and I go and stream that song. Go and meet mom. I'm coming. My kids are coming. My squad have come to attack me. My squad have come to attack me. Yeah, say hi. Hi, say hi. You guys see hi. so, so like I was saying, right? We talk about digital goods. So what are digital goods? This is my favorite, really, because I found this out, I think, 5 years ago when I was going through a very tough time in my life, and because then I was still into this idea of exchanging time for money. So then I found a video. Okay, the story I was giving, let me go back to the story, sorry. I was talking about Wizkid or Davido. These people go to the studio, record their songs, they shoot their videos and they put it online, right? Then you and I go and stream those songs. In the process of streaming those songs, we are giving them money. This is how they make their money. If you don't stream their songs, they don't make shishi, right? You give them money by streaming the song. So the problem is this: we have been consuming digital products all our life. Your money is a digital product. If you don't know that. The money you put in the bank is digital product, right? Because you can't see the money physically, and the bank doesn't have that money physically, right? It only exists in the digital world. Do you get? So we have been operating with a digital format for a very long time, but we've not been aware of how to create it. So now we see somebody like Wizkid now create songs, and that one song we're making millions of naira at the end of the day because everybody's streaming worldwide, right? And it gives how much did they spend to make that song? Maybe the best producer in the world takes about, let me just say 1 million naira. Let's assume 1 million naira in Nigeria, right? Okay, it shoots the video for maybe say 5. At the end of the day, it spent like 5 million, but you see that it makes hundreds of millions just from one song, right? Because it's online, right? And in a very short amount of pace. So how can you too, as a person now, turn something into a digital goods? That is where this entire training now comes into play. Right, so when it talks about digital goods, we have the pictures, we have your images you see online, we have the videos, your TikTok videos, everything you see online is digital, right? We talk about your songs, your music, whatever thing you are consuming online, these are all digital goods. But the problem is this: you've not started creating your own digital goods yet. Like I said when I started this class, I said that whatever you do on the internet, somebody is making money, but the problem is that the person who's making the money is not you. Right, so you want to flip that around. You want to find a way to start making money for yourself when it comes to the internet, and that's where talking about digital goods comes in. I'm going to explain more detail. I'm going to go very deep into how you can create your own digital goods and how you can start selling that shortly. But let's go back to the 4 P's I was talking about. So we talk about placement, right? The second P is placement. First one is products. Second one is placement, right? Just like the story of Wizkid I gave, you create your digital goods, that's your song, and then you upload it online. That is you place it online. That is the placement, because if you don't put it online, Nobody can get access to it, right? So you have to place it. So when you have your digital goods, you place it online. Like for the normal traditional business, you have a physical goods, you put it inside your store. Then you start finding people that will come and buy it from your store. When any business has placement. So for you, traditional business has stores, while the online business have a website or maybe an e-commerce store, right? These are all placement. You place it strategically online and for people to get access to it. Then we'll talk about the third P, which is the promotion. This phase is where so many business gets it wrong. This is where they fail completely, right? I'm a digital marketer, so I'm very obsessed in understanding, promotions a lot because I go very deep into understanding, you know, how does business make profit? How do they, what's the difference between those who make the most money in any industry and those who don't make the most money? It's all about awareness. If people don't know you, don't know what you sell, just like if Whiskey makes a video and it doesn't go around and promote it on social media, nobody's gonna know that song exists. So that's where you see promotion comes into play. Is my microphone good? Somebody say my microphone, is it good? Let me know if you can hear me, please.
Daddy.
Okay. So that person will say my microphone. Can you hear me now? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, great. Let me continue then. So, okay, great. So, like I was saying now, promotion is very key in business marketing. Promotion is simply marketing, right? You can have the best whatever you created, whatever digital goods, physical goods, whatever thing you are doing, you can be the best at what you do. If nobody knows you, then you will not make money. This is why you see so many people who are talented and yet they are not getting the financial reward they want based on what that talent could have given them, right? Because they've not spent the normal time in promoting themselves. The normal traditional way of promoting before was you have a business, you go pay for billboard ads, or you go pay radio stations or television stations, or you go do newspaper ads. This was the way they used to sell. The biggest businesses used to put their brands into people's consciousness, right? So in today's world now, it's all about social media, right? Because you want to go where the attention is already existing. You want to go where the attention is already existing. It doesn't make sense now for you to go and spend millions into billboards and radios. It doesn't make sense anymore. You need to go where the attention is, and that is social media, and that is where I'm really, really obsessed with. So there are two ways to promote on social media. We have organic, which is what TikTok is very good at. It allows your video to go viral organically without you paying money. But one other aspect that many of us don't know is the paid aspect. Social media is a big advertisement tool. How do they make money? They make money by businesses paying them to show their products in front of you so that they can register product, they can put that product in your subconscious so that whenever you want to buy that product, the first thing you think about is, this one is the one I've been saying. It has registered deep in your subconscious, so it's there. Just like back in the day when Peak Milk, this cowbell milk was popping up back then. I know how many of you remember this cowbell milk thing, right? It was popping up everywhere. Everybody, cowbell milk. These people spend money every evening when you sit down in your television at home. These guys are putting their cowbell advertisement on, because not enough time. So these people are putting their advertisement, their promotions in your face so that it register. So whenever you go to the provision store, you want to buy milk, the first thing that comes to your mind, I've been seeing cowbell, let me get cowbell. This is the same thing you want to do with anything you are doing, business or anything at all. Even if you are building your own career, you want to be spending time marketing yourself so that you put yourself in people's consciousness, right? You build that brand, you build that trust, that awareness to create that buzz, right? So it's very, very important. So let's go to that is the third P, which is the payment gateway. So let's talk about the payment gateway, the third P, the payment gateway, right? Payment gateway simply comes into play. That payment gateway, this P, sometimes I change this P a lot. It can be profits, it can be payment gateway, right? This payment gateway comes in handy when it comes to the online space. If you want to make money online, you have to have a payment gateway, a payment process that can automate the entire process of somebody buying your product and delivering the product to them without you moving any button, right? Say somebody makes a payment, clicks a button, makes a payment, and the process needs to be automated so that as soon as they buy, they get access to the product. So that way you can scale that. You can be in your bedroom sleeping and your ads is running online, and your product has been sold on the internet. So this is the 4 P's we need to build when it comes to making money online. We need a product, we need to put it online, we need to promote that product, we need a payment processor that automates the entire process. So when it comes to you as an individual now, right? Because we are here because we want to enhance our economic status, right? When it comes to you as an individual, how do you now create your own digital product? How do you now create your own digital goods? Because if you're not creating digital goods, then you really don't know the money you are putting on the table, right? Because I believe everyone here have gone through life experiencing different things, many of us are qualified master's degree holders, many of us are PhD degree holders, many of us we have so many qualifications when it comes to different aspects of life. We have so many experiences too. We have so many skills we've acquired over the course of our years. And this is where you need to now, start putting these skills converting the skills into a digital goods that you can now sell online. To do that, I'm going to show you this framework, which is called the PMS, Productize, Market, and Serve. Productize, Market, and Serve. Productize, Market, and Serve. This is how you turn your knowledge. If you have a knowledge, which I believe everyone does, if you don't have a knowledge, you have experiences, right? The way I look at life this way is this. If you as a person right now who have gone through life, made so many mistakes, failed in so many areas, done a lot of things that literally cost you pain, and later on, after going through that phase, you were able to figure out that, oh, I wish I knew I would have, if I had this information, I would have done this differently. Now you have experience, you have knowledge, right? If you could go back to the person you were before making those decisions that cost you those period of pain, those period of confusion, or those errors, or those difficult times you went through, right? If you could go back to that person who was about to make that decision, what can you give to that person that will make them make better decisions, that will make them avoid that entire process altogether? Because they say that only a fool depends on his own experience to learn. Only a fool does that. It's only a fool that depends on his own experience to learn. A wise man understands the importance of learning from other people's experience, learning from other people's knowledge, learning from other people's strategies, right? So what we are doing when it comes to creating digital products, we are simply creating strategies for other people, right? We have people who are very good with real estate investment, for instance. People who are very good with personal discovery, for instance. We have people who are very good with one skill or the other, a unique set of knowledge, right? So if for this person to transfer their knowledge to another person, definitely I cannot come and meet you and tell you, teach me how to do this thing. Then you now sit me down and show me the process. You have a busy schedule, right? So the first thing you want to do is, that is a P, you want to productize that knowledge. You want to productize yourself by turning that knowledge, extracting it, and putting that knowledge into a digital product. So the way I go about this productizing yourself is, number one, the step one is, you need to identify your own unique knowledge and your own unique strategies, your own unique skills. Things that are unique to you, your own experiences, things that you know that so far that has really been, that you said, I cannot trade this thing for money, because I know just having this alone, just knowing this alone can give me any money I want, right? We have that in our life, right? So the first thing, you want to identify that, because many of us are multi-potentialites, and this can be a problem, but you don't need to make the process too complicated. You just need to identify one thing, right? And start with that. So once you identify that one thing, the next thing you want to do is, you want to turn that thing you've identified, that knowledge, you want to break it down into a simple framework. What's a framework? A framework is simply a guide, right? That if I'm coming to Mr. Femi, for instance, I tell Mr. Femi, I want to learn how to invest in real estate, right? All you just need to do is give me that guide, because you have tons of experience in this. You failed in this, you've lost money in social area, you've done this, you've done that, so you understand, okay, how not to make the same mistake. So all you need to do is give me your own strategy. That is your own framework. Your framework is your strategy of getting the result. I have my own framework of getting any the result I have. You have your own framework of getting any result you have in your life. So for you, you have to now turn that particular knowledge into a framework, right? Turn it into a framework, Then once you turn into a framework, then the third one is now you convert that framework into a digital goods where you choose between either you go with online courses, which I recommend the most because it's easier to sell and it gives people the ability to connect with you more, and also you get to help them on the. Are you feeling sleepy? Yeah, Letty. Do you want to sleep? Are you sleeping? Right, your eyes falling. Oh. Ah, sorry, sleep. So it gives you the ability to connect with more people more because that is I will personally now. So personally now I would rather buy an online course than to buy a digital an ebook because ebook give me so much stress to read, right? It gives me stress. I prefer a physical book. I rather buy an online course than buy an ebook. So for you, that's one thing you cannot do. Turn your framework into an online course whereby if you are not there and you want to transfer your knowledge to someone else, what are the steps you are going to take that person through? Step one, you teach the person the step one, record yourself teaching that person. Step two, teach the person step two, record yourself teaching that person. If something that is practical, show the person how to get it done, right? If this applies to if you're a mechanic, if you're a technician, if you are, a coach, consultant, whatever thing you do, you can now extract your knowledge and put it inside the digital goods, right? Then now, after creating your online course, then now the next thing is, right, you put it online, right? Place it online for people to get access to it. Then the fourth thing is now you start marketing, promoting it, right? Get creating awareness around it, right? And because if you don't have awareness around what you sell, definitely you are not going to sell it, right? And you're going to struggle to sell. So you have to create awareness for that. Yes, I have this thing that is can help you achieve so results. So pay this money to get access to this, right? And people start buying, and in the process you start changing lives, impacting lives, right? And also in the process you are impacting your own finances, because I believe at the end of the day we all as humans will pay money to solve our problems. Yes or no? We'll pay money to solve our problems. You agree with me? We will all pay money to solve our problems. If the problem is something that is really biting you, right, you are going to pay whatever money that is needed to solve your problem. Everything I know today, the reason why I'm so passionate about online courses is because everything I know today came from spending money, thousands of dollars just buying online courses on different aspects when it comes to digital marketing, selling on the internet, understanding the internet, different aspects, right? And this now, that's why I believe that, you as a person, you have to also do the same, extract your knowledge and put that online so that you can use it to help other people, also help yourself, right? Once you understand productization, you've done your productization, my method, you go to marketing. Personally, when I teach, right, I like to, I'm more of like I like to teach, draw on whiteboards and just make everything more make sense, right? This is more difficult for me like this. But the next thing is the marketing, right? Marketing. When we talk about marketing, did you guys understand the productization method I just explained right now? Let me know if you understand it. I'm trying to get feedback so that I know that everybody's following me along. Did you understand the productization method I just talked about now? Let me know if you followed me. Yes, amazing. So everybody understood, right? You understand the productization method and how you can implement it in your own life, I believe. Okay, great, great, amazing. So that means I'm making some sense. Okay, good. So now, when we've productized our knowledge, that means we've created our own digital goods already, just like what Wizkid has, his songs. We have our own digital goods. So now the next thing we need to do is create awareness. That is the marketing. Marketing is very, very crucial. I had a laundry once. I opened a laundry. This was about 7 years ago. I think 7 years. I think yes, around that time. I had this laundry and I was into photography at the time. So my laundry at the time, I was struggling, frustrated me a lot. Right? What I would do, I would go share Ambies, and nobody would come to my laundry at the end of the day. I started using my own money to pay my staffs. Right? So I ended up closing the place. That was because I didn't understand marketing at the time. Right? It was when I started learning about digital marketing that was when I now understood the difference between a successful business and a failed business. It's all about marketing. Nothing differentiates the ones who are best in the industry and the ones who are amateur. It's all about how they position themselves in the marketplace. Steve Jobs is a very amazing, talented marketer. Everything that we have about the movement that Apple created now is all about the marketing strategies that Steve Jobs created, right? He implemented. So marketing is very important in your business. That is how you create awareness, because you can be the best at whatever you do. If nobody knows you, you can't make money. If nobody knows you, you can be talented. Do whatever you do very well. Nobody knows you can make money. So when I talk about marketing, what is marketing at the end of the day? Marketing is simply, the way I break it down is, marketing is simply attracting those you want and repelling those you do not want. Whenever somebody wants to get into my program, the first thing I tell you is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Because a lot of people are looking for where they can put 20 naira and make 50 billion without doing any work. They just want to sit down in their house and just make money. Like, see, that's how it works. So I let them know. I don't want anybody who's thinking that maybe this is Yahoo or something you are looking for. No, this is not a fit for you. But if you're the kind of person who understands that everything in life requires work, and you are ready to do the work, and you are ready to use your knowledge to impact people, then now this is for you. I can help you, show you how you can get it out there, right? So meaning that I'm repelling those I don't want and also attracting those I want. And how can you do this? You do this strategically through social media. Many of us, like I said, we don't know that social media is one big advertisement tool. Everything we are doing on social media is just about advertisement. It's all about creating awareness on something, on your brand, or your personal brand, or your product, right? So the first thing you need to do when it comes to marketing is you want to identify your own niche. You want to niche down, right? Because niching down is very, very important. And many people confuse the meaning of niche a lot. They feel like it's all about talking about this. Maybe I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. No, that's not niche. Niche is all about identifying your own personality and how you can use your own personality, to how you can sell your own personality, because people buy you first before you buy your product. How can you sell your personality? How can you sell yourself? When it comes to business, how can you sell the personality of that brand? Because every brand must have a personality, a voice, a tone, an avatar that people looks up to. That's why I tell people that when you are selling your business, if you are creating any business at all, you need to have a face for that brand. You need to have somebody who everybody can identify with. This is very, very crucial. You don't sell businesses, or you don't create brands by creating multiple faces for that brand. It confuses people, right? You only need one identity, and that identity becomes the face of that brand. Then from there, you start marketing and selling that identity strategically, so that people who resonate with that identity will now say, wow, I trust this person, I like this person. Because everything we are doing here, many of us has been connected by Mr. Femi, who had the genius idea of starting the Brothers Lifting Brothers movement, right? So many of us has been connected to that amazing man because he was able to put himself out there on the internet space. So this is what I'm saying. Like for many of us, this is where you now start, okay, this is my personality, this is what I do so well, this is what people like me for. When it comes to my peer groups, this is what they like me for. This is why I see people say I'm funny in this way. Bring that to the marketplace. Show people that side of you. Show people who you are. Something you can scale. Because most people create this identity that they cannot scale. It's the reason why most times I don't even care how I dress when I come online, because I cannot scale that, because most of the times I'm just on my polo and just normal short knicker, just walking around my house. So I cannot say because I want to make a video, I need to go and dress up and come and I cannot scale that. That's not me. So I have to be me. Be original to yourself and be you. In that way, you are attracting people who relate to you, who relate to your message. Storytelling is also very important in selling your brand, right? Then all this goes into when you are creating contents for marketing. So for instance, I talk about organic ads. We talk about paid advertisement. So say you've created your product online, you've created your digital goods, right? You need to now sell that digital goods. You need to let people know that digital goods exists so you can start making sale. How do you do that? You create awareness. You either use organic, which I don't, personally, for me, I don't really build any business on organic because the process is too slow. It takes a longer period of time to build, right? And you don't have time. You need to test your ideas as soon as possible. Then you need to know if this thing works. But for the longevity of things, you need to build a personal brand and build organic reach, right? But when it comes to really testing your ideas and seeing how far you want to fail fast and fail forward, right? You need to use paid advertisement. And what's the best platform for paid advertisement? Facebook is by far the best. Facebook has Facebook and Instagram combined, and because that is that's one of the biggest platforms in the entire world, right? Because everybody's on Facebook and your information are all there. you're married, you're single, you are working in this job, whatever thing you are doing, Facebook knows. So we as digital marketers will go on those platforms. There's something called a business manager. You go on those platforms and you select the person you want. Select this. I can select to the interest of like, oh, this person has 2 kids. Oh, this person, I want someone that has 2 kids who is working in this place, who's located in so village or is located in so city, right? And has this qualification, has this, like, I can stereotype you to the core, right? And show my art only to you because I've been able to identify who I'm selling that product to. I didn't talk about something which is very, very key, which is understanding the customer avatar, understanding who you want to sell to. Who do you want your product or your knowledge to help, right? Who do you want to help, right? In that regard, for me, I try to think about people who, for myself, when I was starting out, based on the mistakes I could have avoided if I knew certain information, right? I try to think about that person. How can I make the journey easy for the person? And many people are not like me who are very good in tech. So how can I make the journey easy for somebody who's not a technical guru or who doesn't understand a lot of things about tech? So how can I make the process easy for them? How can I build a bridge that will make the person, okay, who is just somebody who has a passion for maybe, say you have a passion for creating artwork, for instance, and you want to share that passion with the world. How can I make the process easy for you to now navigate that into the online space? That's for me because I understand the text part, I understand every areas of it, so I know how to simplify that. So for you now, your knowledge, you need to identify who it can help, the customer avatar, so that you can now stereotype that person and take the person information online and target that person and show your marketing to them. This is how you now market, right? In the process of marketing, you start making sales from those people who decide to, I like what you're doing. I like what you stand for. I love the shit you created. Okay, I want to buy whatever you're selling because now I fall in love with you. And from the people, and for you who is also building organic reach, people still fall in love with your content, right? You create content, strategic content that gets people to like want to, build trust, because the most important thing when it comes to internet space is trust. It's easier for me to, it's difficult for somebody to buy from people online. It's very, very difficult. That's why you need trust. So there's strategic way to structure content in a way that builds trust. Psychology. That's why I tell people that, when somebody was asking me the other day that I'm a digital marketer, but I'm looking for how to get clients. I say you're not a digital marketer because if you don't know how to get clients, it means you're not a digital marketer. Digital marketing is more than just understanding how to run ads. It's all about understanding. It's more about understanding the psychology behind, creating relationship with people, influencing people on a very deep level, to get them want to trust you and want to do business with you. That is what digital marketing is all about. So if you as a person don't understand that aspect of business, it's going to be difficult for you to sell, to make money on the internet, right? And it's not easy. It's all about just selling yourself first, selling yourself. There are 4 types of content you will be creating when you are running ads or creating an organic brand. The first one is connection content. Connection content is where you share, stories about some of your vulnerable sides. Something that will make somebody see themselves in your journey. I was in this person's place, or I'm currently in this person's place. Wow, that means if this person can get from this place to this place, I think I have hope to go there too. Because we connect with people who came from the same struggles as us, who have made this finally, right? So connection content is one of it. Credibility content is another one. Credibility content is all about sharing tips about, how this person can solve their problems. Even if they don't pay you money, they still get to enjoy some of the values you bring in the marketplace, right? That's credibility. You're showing your credibility. Like for me, my contents are all about, most of my content is credibility and showing my personal story, right? Then we talk about conversion content. We have conversion content, which is all about telling people about, okay, I have this product. Now you create that when, okay, I have this product, right? I have this product. And you can go get this product, so please, right? Yeah, psychology of human behavior, amazing. So you can go get this product, so please. So this is how you now build credibility and connections with people, right? You build this with people. When you are running advertisement, paid advertisement, you need to understand how to structure this way, weave this type of content inside your marketing materials, right? Because that's very, very important. If it's not there, you are going to struggle with having conversion, right? So you need to find a way to weave the entire process, the entire the marketing contents you are creating. You need to weave it into one 2 minutes video, right? How do you make this person to see you, create connection with you, and wants to relate with you and still buy whatever you're selling? How to take action, the action you want them to take. So this is all the things you think about when you are creating marketing materials for your digital products or your digital goods, right? It's very, very important. Then we'll go to the last X. I hope we got that aspect of the marketing very well. Do we understand the marketing? The marketing, is it clear? Do we understand it carefully? Do we understand it carefully? This is the simplest process you can follow when you want to make money online, right? There are different ways, forex trading, crypto trading, like a lot of people sell. But let me tell you the simple truth people don't understand. People who say they can teach you how to make money with forex, they're actually making money by teaching you how to make money with forex, because they themselves are not making money with forex. To make money with forex and all these cryptocurrency things, you have to have a huge capital, right? Because the lot sizes are, the profit margins when it comes to, it's very small. This thing might move like 2-3 pips, and then you make some profits and change. But if you're using more capital, then you make more money. But those people now will not tell you, right? They will just tell you that you can make money so easily with crypto and the rest of it, and they sell. The network is bad. Yes. Yes, she's sleeping. So the network is bad. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Somebody said my network is bad. So okay, you can hear me now, right? So the connection content is very, very important. The marketing your product is very, very important. Like I said, everything I just explained right now is the simplest way you can get started when you want to make money online. Simplest way, right? You either start with, okay, if you have a skill before, you now turn that skill into a product, right? Or you can offer that skill as a service online, which is for me, people don't pay too much. The time, for me, I think about the time ratio. For me to build a website for somebody, and get this money, I don't really, it's not something I like. So I prefer when we exchange goods, right? So, okay, everybody's okay? Okay, amazing. So it's very, very important now. As for any information you have, you need to convert that into product so you can sell on the internet and start marketing it with platforms like Facebook ads, which is very, 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 very amazing if you know how to run it. You just need to understand the process. Then you will talk about serve. Everything I just talked about will not work if you don't have the passion to serve. This is where I see so many people get it wrong. I see them with their contents and the things they put out there. If you don't have the passion to serve, you cannot sell, right? You need to be passionate about serving people, about helping people. It needs to be at the back of your mind. How do I create things that will help people? So now you become somebody that makes shit up. I can wake up tomorrow and decide, okay, I want to create a new product and go create a product and sell that product, right? And everything I just told you right now can be automated using ChatGPT. You can literally create any course right now with ChatGPT. You can go to ChatGPT and tell him, okay, I see so people going through so problem. Tell him the problem if you know how to use prompt. I see so people going through so problem. How can I solve this problem for them and give me ideas for a course I can create for these people? ChatGPT will vomit it to you. Poof! You tell you everything. You vomit it and you start creating your courses. It give you all the contents, all the marketing material. ChatGPT can do that for you. I paid about $1,000 recently to learn about ChatGPT a few months ago, right? And I was blown away by how powerful that tool is. Many people don't know how to use that tool. It's so powerful. You can use it to do so much when it comes to marketing, a lot of amazing things, right? But most people don't know how to use it. This is where information is very, very important. But not just getting information alone, but applying information, right? Which is one of the most important things you can do for yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you apply information, it transforms you into who you could become, right? Everything I just talked about today now, it didn't take one day to learn, right? I just spent about maybe a few minutes to prepare for this webinar, but it didn't take one day to learn this, because these are things I've been practicing for years. Do you get? So acquiring information, being at the front of information will give you the advantage in any industry. And right now, this industry called monetizing your knowledge or selling information online is one of the fastest growing industries. We're currently worth $166 billion at the moment, right? People like the Tony Robbins, this is what they do. Mel Robbins, this is what they do, right? So many of them, Dean Graziosi, there are so many of them who does this for a living. This is their full-time career for the last 40, 50 years, selling information online. That's what they are doing for the last 40, 50 years. They just be selling information. Started with just selling within their environment, and then navigated into the online space, and now they are crushing it, right? Because it's one of the best business anyone can get into, transform your knowledge into someone else. But you need to approach it from the concept of, how do I serve people? Right? How do I serve people? How do I serve people? How can I take something I know? Many of us have spent time in reading books, which is not easy. Get information, practice these things, and learn about these things. How can I convert that thing now into something that will just help somebody who doesn't have the time or the patience to go through this route I just went through? When I started building myself in self-development and self-discovery, I went through lots of books where I spent time reading, learning, consuming different things, contents, buying courses and all these things. Spend money to understand, okay, how do I need to think, how to build my mental, how to build my mindset and every other thing when it comes to me as a person, right? Somebody might say, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources to go through this process, right? Okay, how do I shorten the curve for you? How can I give you something that will make it easy for you now to get this result that I have without you going through the years of pain, struggles, and the money I spent in getting this information? How can I make it easy for you to get access to this information? That is what you will be doing for other people in your life, around you, in your internet space. And that is why you need to be strategic when it comes to building, or how you position yourself on the internet strategically. Very, very important. So I think that should cover my presentation right now. So does anybody have any question? Let me know in the comment section if you have any question before I continue, because I still have a couple of things to talk about. Is there any question? How do you use Facebook for marketing your skill? Like when it comes to things like, how do you use Facebook for marketing your skills? It's not something I can talk about. Do you understand? Because it's something that has to do with practical knowledge, right? It's a practical thing that I have to show you practically. I can't just talk about it, because you won't know what, even though I can explain it from the back of my head, but you won't know what I'm talking about, because there's a lot of things that goes into before you even go into the platform to market your skill there. So is there any question? Okay, Mr. Femi, please go ahead. That's a beautiful question. You are a multi-potentialite, right? You have multiple potentials and multiple talents, and that's also something I struggled with initially, right? Okay, when it comes to niching, like I said before, right? Niching is all about, you don't need to niche down in the sense like you want to speak about one particular thing, right? You have to show people everything you are doing. Show your music, show your creative side, and show your everything you are doing. Then now, what you cannot do is this. For you to be strategic in making sure that you get the benefit of selling your knowledge online, to now be, okay, which one would I want to start with first? Because you cannot sell everything at once, right? So you want to start with one, so that cannot be, okay, that is your main offer you are offering in the marketplace. So maybe you want to start with, okay, let's assume that, okay, you have knowledge in real estate and every other thing, you are good with piano. You want to teach people how to play piano, which is, I believe, it's going to be a very difficult niche to navigate currently, right? But if you talk about, okay, let me say I want to teach people about real estate investment first, right? I want to teach people about who are getting into the real estate investment space. Okay, that will now be a program I want to start teaching people. That will not be my main program. I cannot use the other skills, right? I cannot use the other skills to sell that, right? Where I'm showing them, okay, today I'm playing the guitar. That's some of the things I love about your personality normally, right? I see you playing guitar today. I see you talk about art. I love that, right? In the process of doing that, you are actually attracting like minds who will trust you. You start building trust. Then now, okay, people will now say, oh, wow, this person can really teach person about so. Maybe you decide to say, okay, you can teach somebody about so. Okay, wow, I'd love to enroll in this person program, right? That's how you start building it. Then if you build that niche to a level whereby you have a lot of, because when it comes to building, this is basically for building an organic brand, right? You need to be specific in one thing you are selling in the market when you're building an organic brand. But if you want to do, say, okay, paid advertisement, then now you cannot extract other knowledges you have and use paid advertisement to run that and sell that through paid ads. Just like for me, I have different products I sell. I can decide, okay, I want to create this one now, right? I create it and use paid ads. But when it comes to my personal brand, I want to be known for one thing. which is more of like how helping young people, understand the aspect of internet space and also building themselves. That's the area I want to focus on. But that's not just all I know how to do. Do you understand? So you need to just focus on one thing when it comes to your personal brand. That is, I'm not saying sell one. I'm not saying do one thing. I'm just saying that you want to be selling one thing when it comes to your personal brand. They want to know you for this. Is Mr. Femi is so, but he's also so. He's a musician. He's an artist, and he's a piano. Like, you want to show people your talent. Let every material you are putting out there is all about you are selling yourself, because people will buy you first before they buy your products and stuff. I don't know if I answer your question. Let me know if I answer your question. Thank you so much. I love that. That's really amazing. And is there any other question? Also, adding to that is like what you said about creativity is something that will never stop flowing, right? That is why you don't want to restrict yourself to let it stop flowing, right? You just need to strategically, have something that is the main, then have other subs. Maybe you have ideas today. For me, I'm that kind of a person by nature, right? Like I come up with ideas every second. Like I just sit down and I'm like, okay, this is something I can do, right? So the way I test those ideas basically is just how do I apply, because I'm a marketer first, so I apply the things I know about marketing and test it, and if it doesn't work, then I go to the next one. So for you, just use all those ideas, put it out there, right? Create content around that, show that more of, because that is what will really make people. That is what will make you unique personally, right? That's what will make you unique. In the process of doing that, you start seeing, how you start building your own. You build your own strategic way of approaching, things, so that you can help more people in that regard. Is there any other question? Let me know if there's any other question. As a beginner, where will I start from? Okay. So let me go back. Okay, but we all understood the concept I shared in this. Did everybody understand the concept? Do we understand? Is this something we feel we can do? Is this something we feel like, are you starting to have ideas and see like, I think this is something I can really do so well, right? Okay, amazing. So as a beginner, like for those people right here, how do you break the chain of being an introvert as a digital marketer? I love that question. Mr. Bode, that's an amazing question, right? For you now, one thing you don't know, I don't know if I've shared this, but I was a very introvert. My nature is introversion. Like I'm very, very introverted. So you get one of my mentors, Peg Joe, will always say that an introvert trying to play an extrovert game. Do you get? But this is where mission comes into play. Mission. I believe that when your why is strong enough in whatever you want to do, there's no excuse on why you shouldn't do it. Do you understand? This is where mission comes into play. Literally, I shouldn't be making videos. Literally, I shouldn't be making videos. But in that for me, because I understood that my calling in life is bigger than me, just me alone, and I understood I have a unique voice and a unique perspective to life that I wanted to share with other people, that was where I started making videos. When I started making videos, I wasn't talking about anything about online. I was just talking about things I was learning as in my personal development journey, and from the process, I started finding my own voice. It started becoming something I started becoming comfortable with, right? And that also affected me personally when it comes to also me relating with other people too, right? So mission comes into play in that regard. I believe in mission a lot. Your why, find your deeper why. Why do you want to go into this? Why do you want to do this? Do you have something you want to share? And do you think your introvert nature is bigger than that mission? If it is bigger, then you will never break free. But if your mission is bigger than your introvert nature, then there's no excuse. You just need to start putting yourself out there. Make your first video. It doesn't need to be perfect. Make the second one. Talk about something you just know out of your coming of your head. You want to share. It doesn't need to be something a composed thoughts. It just need to be something you just want to share. Share that. Put it out there, right? Put it again. Do it out there. Put it again. Do it out there. Gradually, you start getting used to it. I don't know if I answered your question, but that's where I approached mine, and that has really helped me a lot in my own journey too. Okay, you didn't get the answer. The answer I said is this, right? For you to get out of your introvert nature, you need to identify a mission that is bigger than you. Do you get the mission needs to be bigger than you? Your why, that is your why. What is your why for wanting to get into whatever you want to get into? Do you have a strong why? Because if you have a strong why, then All you just need to do is let the why lead you. Do you understand? If I had stuck to my nature, I wouldn't be able to communicate the way I do right now, right? Because my nature was normal introvert. I was very, very quiet a lot, right? So for you, you need to identify a bigger mission for yourself. Then now let that mission lead you, because the mission needs to lead. Whether you like it or not, you don't like it or not, if your mission is big, you are going to do what is required to make sure you fulfill your mission. So for me, that's what I identified. Once I identified that, I started learning about communication. I went online, started buying courses on communication, spending money to learn from different coaches and how to communicate. Started learning about different things, and I started putting myself out there, making my first video, second video. It was crappy. You start making the videos gradually, right? And eventually you get used to it, because everything you see, everything is is a learned skill. Communication is a learned skill. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Letting your why leads breaks your norms of being introvert. If you have a strong why, most of the people that I've seen, most of my mentors, they always say it's the same thing they talked about, right? Your why needs to be stronger, needs to be bigger than you, because that now makes it very, very easy, to do what is needed to make your why your mission, come true. Like that is very, very important in anybody's journey. So you need to go back and identify your why. Why do you want to get into this? And if you have a strong why, then you're good to go. Is there any other question you want to ask? That's true. That's true. Introverts are sometimes the most talkative people. I tell you true, because that's my nature. I struggle with that. I couldn't speak a lot when I see new people, but basically making videos and really just learning about communication and all that has really, really helped my journey so far. So is there another question, literally? So before we because somebody is asking me, how do we now go into all this process and everything, right? So normally we have the Brothers Lifting Brothers community, which is a community for men, who are on the journey of becoming more. I like to consider that as a more clearer narrative for me, because if you want to become more, you need people who are like minds, who also are trying to become more. Because I believe that there's always another level at the top of every human being. Any level you get to, there's another level. 1 billion, somebody who's making 1 billion today is trying to make 10 billion tomorrow, right? So there's always another level at the top. And if you are the kind of person who doesn't want to settle for life, you are in this journey where you are determined to pursue more, then the Brothers Lifting Brothers community is the best place to be, literally the best place to be, because it gives you access to individuals who, they are in their own journey trying to become more also, and everybody are in different aspects of that journey, right? You might be somebody who's trying to start in the online space. Me, I'm somebody who has been here for almost a decade, and there's other people who has been in other spaces, personal development, real estate, in different aspects in their own journey, right? So for you, having access to these different types of individuals can really help you become more, right? Because we have sections like this every Sunday, open houses where we talk about different things. Today is just my time to anchor the section, which was given to me by Mr. Femi, which is an amazing opportunity. So I hope I did justice to it, right? So if you really want to have access to the right people, because I believe there are three things you need to make money. Number one, you need access to the right people. Number two, you need access to the right information, because there's so many information on the internet space. If you're not aware, you are going to fall victim to this useless information that people share on the internet, right? People talk about this, talk about that, right? And if you're not aware, if you don't have access to the right information, if you don't have access to the right information, you are going to be lost in the crowd, like I see so many people do. You don't want to be lost in the crowd. You want to be in the right group of people who have the right information, so you can access it, right? And in that regard, that's why the Brothers Lifting Brothers community was created. It was created for men specifically who are in this journey of becoming more, trying to find themselves and also building themselves, who want to become more than just what they are currently, right? I don't just want to be making money. I want to have impact. I don't just want to be having impact. I want to, whatever thing you want to be in your journey, right? We have access. You need to have access to the community, and normally we have 3 memberships, right? Should I go ahead and talk about the membership? Is that okay, Mr. Femi? Okay, great. Okay, thank you. So normally we have three memberships, right? We have the first tier, which is where that is a 20,000 naira for a membership. Like you get access to a lot of the core foundations of the community, things we do from day to day and all this other regard. And we also have the second tier, which is 100,000, if I'm correct. Okay, 150,000. Sorry, I apologize. Apologies. Then we have the third tier, which is a million naira, right? So for those of you who want to get access to, because I believe so many people will be like, okay, I love what you just talked about, Mr. Charles. I would really love to, learn more and go further, and you teach me into showing me this process of how I can get this done. Because if you're in that mindset, you want to get into this industry, you want to get it done, and you need a guide, you need somebody who knows the way and to show you the process so you don't make mistakes and lose money at the end of the day or waste time, because time is something we cannot get back. So if you're the kind of person who wants to get access, because normally my programs is 135,000 naira, but currently it's going for 67,000 naira. But what I'm doing for the Brothers Lifting Brothers community is this: for those of you who are ready to join the Brothers Lifting Brothers community, or if you are a member already, a paid member, right, you can get access to the program for just. If you're a paid member, you get access to it for just 30,000. But if you're not a paid member, you get access to it for 50,000. So 20,000 go to your paid membership for the Brothers Lifting Brothers Foundation, and 30,000 goes to the program, right? So you get access to my trainings and everything that walks you through the process step by step. So paid members, you get access to. You can't get access to this information to this program outside Brothers Lifting Brothers for this price, right? But if you are so that's the benefit of joining us. So if you're a paid member already, you get access to it for 30,000. If you're not a paid member, you pay 50,000 naira and you get access to the program, and also the the membership of Brothers Lifting Brother. That is the lower tier, right? So anybody who was interested, send them Mr. Femi, Mr. Ambassador, a DM, right? So that they'll get you started. So Mr. Femi, you have any other thing you would like to add to this section? Because I believe I've covered a lot. Oh yeah, thank you very much. So like Mr. Femi said, we have a free tier already. Like you go to www.brothersliftingbrothers.org, right? Join the free tier. That is you get access to our WhatsApp group, and you can be there where anytime there's information about an open house like this, you get access to those information and you can join the open house, because every Sunday there's always value being dropped on this platform. Like literally, I learn every Sunday. Even talking to you guys, I'm learning already, right? So for you two who has been part of this section, you see the value you've gotten. So imagine other topics we talk about, like building yourself, personal development, real estate. We talk about so many things when it comes to building ourselves as men, because that is very, very important. And the art of congregation is also very important. That's why you see people go to church. So now we are creating a congregation for men where we can come together and become better and become powerful influences in our society. So I hope I delivered some value to you guys today. I hope I did my job, because I always respect people's time. So I hope the time you spent today was really worth it. Mr. Ambassador, do you have anything you would like to add? So guys, that brings us to the end of this section. I wish you all a lovely week ahead, and make sure my last words will be, I think Steve Jobs said this, where he said, someday not too far from now, you will become the old and you will pass away, right? So before you become the old and pass away, make sure you spend every single day, doing one thing for yourself, becoming better than who you are. And the only way to do that is to get knowledge and implement knowledge, because just getting knowledge alone is not enough. You have to implement knowledge, of course, before it makes sense, right? So make sure every single day you are doing that, because those are the people who will be at the top of the society tomorrow, right? People who are at the top right now are the people who got knowledge yesterday. So the ones who want to be at the top tomorrow have to get knowledge today. So that's how the world works. So I wish you all well, and take care of yourself, and lovely please go and follow Brothers Lifting Brothers page. The link, just go Brothers Lifting Brothers at TikTok. Make us reach like 100. Just go like all the videos and make sure we push our contents out there. Thank you very, very much. I wish you all a lovely week ahead, and take care. Mr. Bode, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you very, very much. Bye, everyone. See you. I need to go carry this girl to sleep.